Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, postnasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Iowa, it's a place in the States. Get your booty on the floor now. Make my steak.
You been to Iowa?
You been to Iowa?
I don't think I have been to Iowa.
Who's Mark Dorsal? It's none of your business, noisy beast. I don't know. I'd love to meet Mark Dorsal. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to meet Mark Dorsal. But he's a hell of a guy.
Mark Dorsal, meet Finn.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's had a fan-fucking-tastic week. I've had a so-so week.
Soso?
So-so.
Sammy Soso?
Sammy. I've had a Sammy so-so week. But yeah, we're back here live in the studio tonight. Perfect place to fucking start your weekend off. It's the pivot point. Pivot it out. It's time to do it. Time to bring the weekend right.
I think I have more going on the weekend than I do during the week.
That's awful.
That's
It's awful.
That's not good.
It's awful. No, that's awful. Still rocking the, full disclosure. We'll talk about it in a second. Hope everybody enjoyed the Eric Weinbender takeover episode last week. We had a lot of fun. Eric's a super nice dude, like we knew he's going to be. Super cool, just like us. We fit right in.
I'm actually working on a cocktail.
Okay.
Last Friday was actually like
is this a segue or is this an interruption?
National Cocktail Day. No, it's okay. Part of what you're talking about.
Okay.
Eric brought a lot of gin.
He did.
Some really good gin.
He left some and I drank it.
And he left me, we had the same gin that the Irish tenors gave me.
Yeah.
And we kind of, he didn't want to drive with open containers, so he poured what he had of that into mine, so I've got a little more.
Why would you want to drive with an open container?
So, but I'm making a cocktail, and I'm going to call it the Eric Mindbender.
Oh. Or you could call it the Vanilla Gorilla.
No.
No?
The Eric Mindbender.
I was leading into that to explain why. Speaking of which, Big Burly Broseph with the old Nebulous Prowler gifted a Submarino to the old Big Burly Bro over on the Twitch side of things. Thank you, homie.
So just to let folks know, Mike told me to dress cool. Although I think it feels, it's nicer in here than it felt last week.
Oh no, I'll move the air conditioner in here.
Okay.
That was not here before.
Right.
Oh, when I got home,
Brutal.
It was a situation.
Yeah.
No, all of that was to, not that anybody's paying that super fucking close attention, although you should be. Just saying. I'm just super saying. Why I still got the green light. Last week I said, oh, it's because Eric's here and he's the Hulk. And no, the red one burned out.
Okay.
But I had a green one. But as cool as that is, the green doesn't match the Record Night palette, so that will be switched out immediately.
Okay.
Although I've waited already a week. So
Yeah.
obviously not immediately.
2023.
Yeah, we can't do green. It's black. It's the black and
the
red
green
attack.
looks good if you turn these lights off, but you're not going to turn these lights off.
This is the red and black attack.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody else.
No. Who?
Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, except we started streaming in 2012 and he started streaming in 2017.
Yeah, but we weren't streaming in red and black.
Yes, we were.
Well, I guess we were.
The original logo. Oh, I've been red and black.
Hey, I got no problem with red and black. You know that.
I based that off of. Here's my thing. Let's get into color psychology. You guys into color psychology?
Apparently,
Tiger Woods, Sunday Tiger, and Kevin Van Dam, professional bass fisherman. Red and black. I thought it was a slick way to do a logo. It's kind of a basic thing, but it's strong.
and it's my favorite Georgia uniform when they were red and black.
I'm just a big black and red fan. Old radios, what's going on, baby? Yeah, but no, I was 5 years before. We were streaming 5 years before Doc was.
Okay.
It's the truth. Anyway,
True story.
I got that loan for that car. I'm going to be buying Cameraman's car coming up. And it really, which is awesome. I'm glad that's kind of taken care of, and I'm going to be moving forward and picking this car up. The car I drive, it's a hot rod motherfucking car, don't get me wrong. 2002 Subaru WRX. The bug-eyed Subaru WRX. It's been a monster, but I have been driving it for 20 years almost. Or 20 years. 320,000 miles on it. It's been the best car of all time. But I need something to commute in and da-da-da. So I've got the loan. I know I'm going to be picking this car up. We're going to be doing the old switcheroo at the end of the month.
Somebody can fix that car.
My car?
Yeah.
It'll cost a lot of money.
I know, but somebody can fix that.
Oh, yeah, I'd
somebody
sell it.
would be willing to fix that car.
And I may be once it's not my daily, because I'd love to keep it. But anyway, so now that I've got the money, I've spent this last 2 or 3 weeks, and I got 2 or 3 weeks coming up. I need to maintain, because I keep waiting for my car to conk out, and I need to just maintain until I get the new car. But my tires are really bad. And so I'm like, man, do I want to go get some tires? Maybe I put some El Cheapo tires on it because I'm going to have them anyway, whatever, But I go to get tires on this fucking thing. And have you tried to buy tires lately?
No.
Out of this fucking world, astronomically expensive. So I go up to the guy.
You don't have 17s, do you?
18s. So I
cost a little more.
I mean, I remember what I paid the last time. And I went up and was like, yo, why is this like $125 more than what I paid for tires last time? Why are tires so fucking expensive? You know what the guy said?
No.
Inflation. Hey everybody, Steve left already.
Waiting on me to get back?
It seems polite. I'm just trying to be polite. That's what we're about here. Record night is politeness. Hey everybody again. Hope everybody's had a fan-fucking-tastic week. Moving and grooving into the weekend. We got a fantastic show tonight. Going to show some killer-ass record albums. I got this huge-ass box from Aaron Griffin. I can hardly pick this sumbitch up. 8 pounds, I think he said. It's a long guy. It's a long box.
He's got a suit in there for you.
And I got if he had a suit, I mean, dead ass. And I got a special little treat. I got another little unusual piece of VCLT locally delivered.
Look at that. Fancy.
We'll be showing that bitch off too, so. Woo! Yep. Yeah, we've had a fantastic little evening of spinning records over here. Had a good time. Just hanging out. Doing my thing. I'm trying to get into this. I can't remember what like I said, we did have a fantastic show last week. Appreciate all the people that came out for the Eric Wanbender takeover. Eric played some killer records, man. Had a great time. I donated some killer records to the show, which we played some tonight, and it was a really fun time, man. I made him get up and watch cartoons with me on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
that's the standard. If you stay for record night, you got to get up and watch cartoons with me. He got lucky though, because I've been kind of laying low on the liquor tip. Band name Liquor Tip, by the way. Because normally, if you stay over, and you can ask Carl and cameraman, DJ Thunder with the Submarino. Thank you a lot, brother. Hope you're doing well, Dave Areno. But normally after record night, which getting up after a record night is quite the experience.
Yeah.
It reminds you of like some people it's like, oh my god, this is why I don't drink a lot anymore, or this is why I don't stay up so late anymore, or whatever, it makes you go through your paces, typically. So people are generally not in their best form as soon as you get up on Saturday morning from record night. But what I make everybody do is watch cartoons with me, and you take a shot of pop-off. Boom, first thing. Like before coffee.
Okay.
Before coffee, take a shot of pop-off. You turn the coffee pot on, and then but Eric was lucky. I didn't have any pop-off, and
gin.
We did. I didn't realize that till later, or we would have done that. But we watched some G.I. Joe cartoons. We watched some Rambo cartoons. Watched some Jim. Jim is a name. Yeah. I still beg the question of the Jim cartoon, which is fantastic. They're a band, chick band.
Yeah.
There's an opposite chick band that they're like rivals with, right?
Right.
Do you remember the name of the rival chick band? Anybody? Can anybody in the chat name the
It wasn't my era of watching cartoon. I thought it was a terrible cartoon.
The bad guys.
I like Josie and the Pussycat. Yeah, that was my era.
Yeah. There we go. Noisy Beast. Boom. The Misfits.
The Misfits.
Now my question is, as great as that is, you're telling me nobody on set was like, hey, some stoner holding a boom mic, like, hey, look, man, there's already a band called the Misfits.
But they might have known that stoner's like, how about the Misfits?
Okay.
Like planted it in their head.
Yeah, and I can't believe nobody like sued them or like, I don't know.
Nah.
Maybe they, I don't know. I always thought that was weird. Like, you could have picked a lot of names. Why'd you pick a name of an actual band? The Groovy Ghoulies. There you go. Fantastic.
Do you remember the name of the band on Gilligan's Island?
No.
When they were performing, the girls. There were two bands.
Glenn Danzig's still with them?
The guys' band, and then there was the girls' band. You know the name of the girls? I can't remember the name of the guys' band, but the girls' band They were the Bumblebees.
Oh, the Bumblebees. It's pretty good,
And
actually.
they sang a song called "You Need Us." You need us. I don't know why that just shot right to my brain, but
Do you still watch Gilligan's Island?
the Stingers. Maybe that was the name of the
Stingers?
the boy band.
Do you still like Gilligan's Island?
No,
I don't either. I don't like it.
really can't be.
I love Campy. Don't get me wrong, I love Campy. But it's one of those shows, when I was a kid, I watched any sitcom I could get my teeth sunk into. Nowadays, there's some I can't watch anymore.
It's like I used to watch Hogan's Heroes a lot.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I
I
never
don't
liked
like it anymore.
I don't like anything that mixes war and like serious
Comedy.
topics and comedy. I don't like
MASH.
it. MASH is the worst show ever.
Yeah, I don't
Fucking
like
hate MASH. Hate it. Hate it. If I want to watch a war shit, I'm gonna watch fucking Hamburger Hill or some shit. I'll watch The Longest Day, right? I don't want to watch The Longest Day mixed with some Weisenheimer cracking dad jokes. Alan Alda's, I can't stand Alan Alda. He's the kind of guy you just want to walk up and punch for no reason. What'd you hit me for? I don't know. Fuck, because you gotta deserve it.
Alan Alda.
Because you're fucking awful. But anyway, not a MASH guy. MASH was okay, and my dad watched it, and there were some bits in there.
Yeah, the guy that played Thurston Howell. What was that actor's name? If you
C. Thomas.
he
Howell.
plays the same character, but if I love him in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Oh yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
That's funny. It was, old radio says Grandma used to say that's not how it was when Hogan's Heroes came on. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's so funny. Boo! Bullshit! That's not how it was. Boo! Yeah. I just don't like. I have something stuck in my craw with like funny war. It never. Anyway.
I don't know. One of my favorite movies, Doctor Strangelove.
Like mashed potatoes? Oh, I like mashed potatoes. I eat them so rarely that mashed potatoes taste like ice cream to me. All right, moving on. Hate to mention it, but fucking, we lost Vangelis. Like what? Yesterday? Vangelis died, and I looked for the dopest fucking picture I could find. I've said this a million times on this show, and I'll say it a million more because I like to fucking repeat myself because I like to hear the sound of my own fucking voice. When I die or when I'm looking up somebody that has died, I look for the dopest picture when they're in their prime, skinny, young, athletic.
Don't show me like the one that they took right before he died.
Right? When it's like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I don't know. I'm just grabbing this out of thin air. David Bowie.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, don't show David Bowie when he was like in his 70s or like propped up like, hey. No, show him as fucking Ziggy Stardust when he's fucking doing his shit, man. Same with me. Like, I die. Don't show me something when I'm like bald and decrepit and swollen, shriveled up from cancer or whatever the fuck. Show me fucking, I don't know, devil diving a fucking pussy live on stage with my guitar in my hand, chugging 2 Budweisers with a fucking snake wrapped up around my neck. There's a picture out there, I'm sure. Or was that just on Daily Motion? Can you download off of Daily Motion? Because I'll need that for my wake.
At the table, for the reunion table.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but El Ripperuno, man. And it's funny because when I looked up information like for his like career and his albums and all this stuff, I instantly thwarted any article that said Chariots of Fire composer Vangelis dead at 78, whatever, however old he was. If you put that in your headline of the story, Chariots of Fire, I skipped the article. And I kept going until I found somebody that, obviously you have to mention that in the article, But if that's in your fucking headline, I don't want to read your article. Because he did so much stuff. His film work was fantastic. You played a record tonight that was a bonkers, like, free jazz record. But for me, like, I'm such a big fan of the synthwave genre that the Blade Runner soundtrack and some of that stuff from that era, that's like the grandfather of the synthwave movement. People that are synthwave people now look back to that as like the fucking holy grail. That's where it all started for a lot of people. But yeah, that's what a shame. I mean, you know, I said it earlier, like, we should all be so lucky to, you know, you live a good life and you leave a whole fucking catalog of music behind you so that everybody can enjoy it for literally fucking ever.
Yeah. You
should all be so lucky. I mean, I wish my Uncle Dan, who was a cool fucking guy, I wish he had something to leave behind like that, because he was cool enough to, but he wasn't a composer.
Right.
He was a butcher.
Okay.
He worked for Big Star.
So his meat would go bad.
Yeah, by the time he was dead.
If we still had it here today.
Yeah, or if there was Big Stars still in business. You remember Big Stars?
Is that ham from him?
No.
You still got a ham hanging in there.
I do. It's coming up on 20 years old, probably.
You think it's edible?
Cameraman says he will eat that ham. It's a country ham that's been hanging for probably, I'm going to say 17 years. Yeah,
I want to be there for that.
He says he'll do it. We'll see. Luke in the grooves. What's going on? I'm sorry. I'm missing people.
Country hams, if you don't know, are heavily brined. They're very, very salty.
Brother brine?
Brother brine.
Hey, oh. Yeah, fuck. But yeah, man, what a fantastic composer. And hey, Ryan Kidd, what's going on, brother? Hey, you guys doing a stream tomorrow night, dude?
Hey, can I make an announcement for our local fellows and gals, if there are any? So there's this Paul McCartney's in town. He's performing at Wake Forest Stadium tomorrow night.
Friend of mine.
And because of that, the place Roar, it's a place in Winston-Salem, they have a Beatles tribute band that's playing for a couple of the nights. And they have a 4 o'clock show tomorrow, you know, for those who are going to the show. But I think that's too late to have a show, because you're not thinking about another band before you go to see Paul McCartney at 8 o'clock. You know, you want to get over there because fucking parking's going to suck.
Right.
So I have 4 tickets I was gifted to this show. I gave them to Jonathan at Underdog.
Underdog Records,
So
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
He'll have them tomorrow to give away. He's only going to be open because he's going to the show also.
Oh.
Well as I.
Did you give him some?
I gave him 4 tickets to the Beatles show, not to Paul McCartney.
Come on, Steve.
The Beatles tribute band. So if anybody wants to go, I think just go to Underdog tomorrow, like early. I think he's open 11:30 to 3:30.
You're telling them to use code GMRN when you walk in the door.
Just tell them, hey, Steve sent me.
Nope. You have to use code GMRN. Go whisper that.
I think he's just going to give them away. I don't think he's going to like make you buy anything.
Get real close to him in his ear. Say, Steve told me use code GMRN.
yeah. Go in there and say,
he would not want anybody up in his fucking shit, would he? That'd be funny.
Hey, he was in my video. My music
I saw
video.
that.
Isn't that crazy? Because he's not somebody usually that wants to be on camera. But he was totally down with it.
That's funny.
So,
Doctor and the Kid are doing a stream tomorrow night. Definitely check those guys out. Actually, my dig of the week, we got a box from Aaron with some VCLT we got to open. But my one record I'm going to talk about tonight, bought it while they were streaming the last time. I did that again. I was all fucked out of my gourd. We're talking about a record. I'm like, somebody said there's 2 copies on Discord. There's 2 copies on Discogs right now. And I went over there and I was like, no, there's not. No, there's only one, motherfucker. I just bought it. I'm fucking, I get paid, motherfucker. And yeah, so anyway.
I almost did that last night.
I woke up to a record I bought.
An 80s band that I just discovered of.
Yeah.
I've never heard of before. I'm not going to say it because somebody else might go out and buy the two that are available.
Dude, I learned this. I learned this the hard way. I hyped a record. Metal Theologian talked about this. I hyped a record and then went and looked at Discogs. There was one for $10 on there, but my dumb ass went to the Discord and was like, "You guys gotta check this fucking record out." And it was fantastic. Metal Theologian was like, "Oh, bet." And he goes to Discogs, boom, buys the record. I go back and I'm like, "I need to pick that up." And the $10 copy is gone. That was a $15 copy. And I'm like, and I saw he commented like, "Hey, I grabbed that. Sweet, man. That's all you had to say." And I'm like, fuck. That's awesome, but also fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah, you need to purchase first, and then
Buy, then hype.
make the announcement.
Then hype. Yeah, it was funny. I learned my lesson, but I'm bad to like sleep on stuff. I'm like, "Oh, I'll pick it up on Monday. I'll get it later. The next press is fine with me. I don't need the first press."
I'm sure there'll be another copy.
It's just one of those, you know. It's what that's how I'm wired. You know, we all got our little idiosyncrasies, Steve. I had my sister wet her bed till she was 24.
Okay then.
Died at 25.
But you don't have a sister
Anymore.
You never had a sister.
You like John Peel, Steve?
I'm not sure.
They're auctioning off part of his the DJ, legendary BBC DJ. They're auctioning off some of his record collection coming up, which is interesting. But they're going to auction off some pretty high dollar stuff out of his collection. But the family is also saying that they're going to pretty much leave the remainder of the integrity of his collection intact. So it's not like they're going in and gutting all your fucking dope shit. They're taking select things out of the dope shit, maybe had doubles or to sell, making a lot of money. But if you're interested, you could actually own a piece of history right here for some of the stuff. Oh, that's funny. Happened to be the latest Schizo's hyped the band for so long and missed out. Yeah, I do, dude. That's not actually the first time I've done that, man. Yeah, it's like so many bands that I've hyped on the show, like hype, and I don't own any of it on vinyl. I just talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a question here, and we've kind of touched on this before, and I'll frame it a different way, because we've had the discussion of like, if you're a fan of an artist, at what point does their politics and shit like fucking turn you off of like them? Like a Ted Nugent type situation. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's an extreme example.
Well, that's a good example though, because most of the artists I will fall in line with their beliefs. You know, like Roger Waters. I'm totally down with all that shit. So
yeah,
it's not, for me, that's not a problem. But with like Ted Nugent, Ted Nugent is probably the best example. But much as I enjoy him as a guitarist and the band and all that, I find myself turning it. I don't want to listen to his music.
It's a weird thing, and I think when people are really forward with politics and stuff like that, on either side, honestly, when people are like steadfast and make a point of things, that generally makes me roll my eyes in general. Not that rock and roll has always been political and shit. That's the fucking way of the world, you know. But that always makes me like, okay, dude, shut the fuck up. Whoever you are, all right, shut the fuck up. But politics aside, this is a different level of shit that really kind of it was an interest. I posted this in the Discord. One of my favorite guitar players. I'm a huge Sleep fan, huge High on Fire fan, huge Matt Pike fan. I got one of his picks in the desk right here. I caught at a concert. So Matt Pike, the fucking guitar legend. He's a weird cat. He's always been super, super weird. And recently has been called into question because of some of the stuff that he reads. Now, I kind of draw the line there. Now, granted, the stuff that he's reading, he's a big fan, I guess, of this guy, David Icke. Do you know who David Icke is?
No.
He's this notorious author, British author that all these conspiracy theories, and Matt Pike is a huge conspiracy theory guy. But for the longest time, he's been so fucked up. But he's like really interested in stuff like that. So it's like, it's funny. It's like watching your stoner buddy. Like, no man, there's fucking aliens here and shit, bro. It was like that shit. He's really into alternate histories, we'll say, of things. So he reads this David Icke guy. And the problem is, David Icke has been known to be fairly anti-Semitic with some of his messages.
Yeah.
But also, and I don't think Pike is really latching onto that. In my mind, or at least the kind of the way he describes things, he skips over that stuff. He's more interested in like lizard people. Yeah, I said lizard people. Shit like that. So when he's writing like heavy metal music and stuff, he's all fucked up and stoned, and he's writing like this science fiction-y space lizard mutant races and stuff. But it was an NPR article, and I've typically really been a big fan of NPR and like what they do, especially with like independent music and stuff like that. But this seems like a bedwetting liberal kind of like hit job on him. It really does. Because it's like, wait, he didn't say anything sketchy or anything. He's just into like weird conspiracies. And they were like kind of hitting him about, oh, but you read this author. And this author's known for like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude, I've read all kinds of shit. That seems fucked up.
Think about Neil Peart, like, heavily reading Ayn Rand, who, had some pretty sharp opinions of things that don't jive with everybody.
All I've read.
I mean, are you against Neil Peart?
I think that's but this is my it's a great article. It's an interesting article. It does raise your, it's worth a think. It's worth a think.
Give it a think.
Give it a think
or two.
But the funny part is this is my favorite part of the article right here, right? I'm gonna read this part.
Okay.
I asked him on 2 occasions for a recitation of the conspiracies that it at least entertains. Both times the rosters grew so long he got distracted before the end. Okay, here we go. We probably got scammed with the 69 moon landing. Beneath Antarctica rests
Antediluvian
Atlantis, an entire continent cloaked by ice. That's why Barack Obama visited, and then Secretary of State John Kerry visited Antarctica in 2016. Okay, next one. We all potentially died as a result of a 2012 accident at the Large Hadron Collider and have been existing on a separate timeline. See what I mean? COVID-19 variants, he continued, has been systematically released by the rich. Half of the Earth was destroyed in an interstellar collision long ago, and the other parts drift through the Kuiper Belt.
Yep.
Bigfoot, Dogman, wildfires caused by a solar system closing in around us.
But he says the flat Earth theories are complete bullshit.
Yep. He does all that, but then says flat Earth theories, complete bullshit.
Wow.
See what I mean?
Well, at least he's on fire about something.
Yeah. He's one of those guys, he's like so fucked up. He's sober like with alcohol now, but he still smokes a fuck ton of weed. And he's just a fucked up weird guy. And he's one of those guys you sit down who's like, bro, have you heard about fucking the lizard people, bro? Oh man, the government's keeping it from us, dude. Look, let me tell you something. He's one of those guys you sit down with.
We're in the Kuiper Belt. You don't know this, but we're in the Kuiper Belt right now.
I fucking love it. I mean, that's what makes me love Matt Pike even more. Anyway, he's bullshit. You can't cancel Matt Pike anyway. Get the fuck out of here. You think you can? You're in the wrong place. That's all I'm telling you. Speaking of Matt Pike, what a great segue, Mike. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Take it easy, man. I'm gonna club you. Bass player from Sleep. Also the head from Ohm. Al Cicero.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Al Cicero does some solo stuff, and it's very much of the dub vein. I'm a big fan of dub music, but ironically, I've never spent any time listening to Al Cicero's dub stuff, which you think I would, because Especially Ohm. I mean, I love Sleep, obviously, but Ohm, the Ohm stuff is, oh. Yeah. What's up, Charlie? But this, a little box coming out of these 7 inches that of the dub stuff he's done since 2012, I guess. It's going to be, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be like $50 for these 7 inches. But I listened to a lot of it today. Some good vibey shit though, man. Really good time. Look at that cover. Fantastic cover. I'm telling you, that's it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun listening to that, especially if you're a late night toker, brah. It's very vibey for that kind of situation.
Have you listened to it?
Oh, we got some sub. Big Burly Bro gifted a tier 1 sub to Charlie.
Have you heard any of it? The Sinai? The dub?
I was just talking about it.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today. Good bit of it.
Is it dub?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good. Very vibey. Good for late night. That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, okay.
Late night vibes. Or midday vibes. I mean, who am I to say it's wrong to get up and roll you a spliff at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and sit out in the yard with the fucking butterflies and shit and have you a glass of lemonade? If that ain't America, I don't know what is. Steve is nailing the homeless chick look tonight.
The homeless. Okay.
Okay. Fair question.
This
True
is
story.
usually what I wear right before a lead neck show. It's a Zeppelin tour show.
Have you ever seen a homeless chick that was like super hot?
Homeless chick, super hot. No, can't say that I have.
One. I've seen one like super hot homeless chick. Winston-Salem. Like in a downtown at the street corner. Like when I got closer to the stoplight, I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, oh, I felt immediately really bad.
Street corner girl.
Because I'm like,
Number 1 in the world.
I'm staring directly at a semen-covered death in somebody's basement right now.
Street corner girl.
Anyway.
Street corner girl. Goodbye.
That Cicero also came out today. Disattack, some old school some hardcore. A lot of people say this is one of the first like diss worship bands, like discharge shit. But the really big thing, this is a bunch of demos and shit that came out.
Borscht.
This features a 15-year-old Bill Steer before he was in Napalm Death and Carcass, which is crazy. And it's funny because it's punk, but I hear a lot of metal in this too. The vocals are weird, but it really reminded me. Jay's not here tonight, but it reminded me when we first started recording Pork Chop in the bedroom, because it's got very much so a boombox,
raw feel,
like a boombox,
2-track
in your buddy's garage or in your buddy's bedroom feel to it, it felt great listening to that. I love that as long as it's like.
Did it make you want to go pee on the wall?
Yeah. I mean, as long as the recordings are intelligible enough where you can discern what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, it was. I really enjoyed this. So I guess these are it's a bunch of like old school demos and shit like that. Nick Pantazzi, what's going on, baby? Good song or album name, Semen Covered Death. Yeah. Well, been nice knowing everybody. Yeah, I thought that was neat. I kind of stumbled across that. Exhorter, little metal reissue. Exhorter the Law. This is the second. I know the
Exhorter.
Yeah, man, I really forgot. I don't know, forgotten. Thrash band from the '90s, like early '90s. Slaughter in the Vatican, I know, which is the first record, and it's really good. And so I was really pretty naive to this, and I gave it a good stream today. Most of the stuff we're talking about today, I gave a pretty good stream today, and it was really good, man. It had that kind of a combination of like the old school Metallica and Pantera guitar tone, that compressed, ding ding ding, ding like it. But it was good. Terrible album. Yeah, that's a pretty bad album cover. But Exhorter the Law got reissued today, and I don't think it's been reissued like recently. Yeah. This was our little preview in the Discord. If you follow us in our Discord, if you interact with us in the Discord, if you want an invite, let me know. I got to send you a little. Actually, what's the command? The dis?
What?
Discord? Does it work? I don't think it works. Oh yeah, there it is. Join the GMR in Discord.
I guess I need to open Twitch. In there.
Get in here and come on now. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying?
I don't know. Exhorter.
No, something about Discord. Fuck's sake. What am I talking about? Oh, the preview for this week. Every week I preview a little something that's going to be happening on the show that week. So if you're a Discord insider, you get a little preview. Brand new record from one of, I'm a big stoner rock guy, big stoner doom kind of guy.
Yeah.
One of the stalwarts have been around the scene for a long time, Geezer, released a brand new record called Stone Blues Machine. Cool Had the opportunity to jam this today.
Cool.
Yeah, and Geezer's a really cool band. They're more on the there's a lot of thick riffage here. Thick, fuzzy riffage.
I liked him when he was in Sabbath.
Yeah, but also very bluesy and psychedelic to go with that, which is a pretty damn good combination.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's funny because the reason they're called Geezer, I'm assuming, is because I don't know if he really is, but if he's not, then the guy looks old as fuck. Like, look at him. Looks like your dad's friend that, I don't know, spreads mulch. I don't know. Yeah, that should have been the cover right there.
He probably taught these boys everything they know.
Yeah, but Geezer kicks fucking ass, man. They're a terrific band.
So the fella on the right, which instrument does he play?
That's a guitar player and the singer, and ironically enough, you know what his name is?
What?
Pat Harrington.
Is it really?
Which is also the name of the guy that played Schneider on One Day at a Time, who is also the voice of the Inspector cartoon. He does two voices on the Inspector. He does the Inspector and Doo-Doo.
Not Inspector Gadget.
No. On Pink Panther, the Inspector.
Oh, the Inspector.
Doo-Doo.
Really?
Yep. That's
Pat Harrington?
Absolutely.
Schneider?
Gray goatees matter, Charlie? Yeah. Hell yeah. You talk about your new band Rosenbox? Oh yeah. Local dudes for you, Rob? Nice. Hell yeah. But they've been doing, this is like, I think I may have written it down. What does it say about this? Sixth Geezer album. Now I played this for Steve earlier today. I got him on order. Nod. This is a band I ran. Gnod. Yeah, this is a band I ran across a few times, and it wasn't until a Vinyl Richie video, and he was talking about really digging on this band, and I'm like, all right, let me go back and check them out. But what a weird fucking band, man. Nod, Gnod, and they've been making records for a pretty good while, and I mean, at times it's has kind of a krautrock thing. Always psychedelic and always fucking weird and different. There's times where it's like just real out there and noisy. There's times where it's super fuzzy. There's times where it's like...
This is the one you said was like Talking Heads.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. But yeah, it's really weird. It really touches on a lot of different things, and probably not for everybody, but they have We watched 2 of their videos. Incredible
yeah.
visuals for one, like animations, and the other one was a live action like video. Super weird but super well done, and really cool, man. Really cool. Nod rocks, but their vinyl's hella expensive. What's going on, Bill? Eddie's Physical Music Talk? What's going on, Eddie? Dong. Nod spelled backwards is dong. Oh, yeah. How about that? Internet, how about that? That's pretty crazy. That's crazy stuff, man. That's fucking heavy, brah. You don't trust that Vinyl Richie fella? Come on. He is a West Coaster.
West Coasterson?
I first saw him back in the day. I thought he was the drummer from Weezer. I thought that's why he had all the subscribers. I'm like, oh fuck, this is the dude from Weezer.
You need another beer?
No, I'm good. Thank you for walking into that, Steve. I appreciate that. Sometimes I need a little alley-oop. Hup! Shabams! That's a bump, and then the set, and then I come over the top with a spike. Right downtown.
Salvation.
Woof. Right downtown. Skid Row spelled backwards is work dicks. Oh, word dicks.
Word.
I'd say quote of the night, but I don't know. I don't know. I have to do this. It's a vinyl community rite of passage to tell you that a reissue of a Nurse with Wound album came out today. Absolutely. Who Can I Turn to Stereo? 1996, I believe. It's one of the classic out. This is actually really expensive, like this reissue. And I know it became kind of a meme, like on Rachel's show and shit like that. But shout out to my man Stunt Rock Confusion, who loves Nurse with Wound, as do I. They're really weird, noisy, experimental. Yeah. It is literally the avant-garde. I mean, that's not a stepping stone to the avant-garde. That is the fucking avant-garde. God bless them for being that. Perfect. It's perfect in that realm, and
not for everybody.
Not for everybody, but so much of my music collection has been like that for my life. And I used to be the guy who's like, when chicks would come over and everybody was like playing the fucking shit that they gonna make the chicks dance, or like, you know, it's gonna appease everybody. I'm like, you guys ever heard any of the Mike Patton solo records?
I was gonna say,
you ever heard of Phantom Oz?
I was gonna say, you know, Phantom Eyes or like Secret Chiefs probably listens to stuff like that.
Yeah. And I used to be that guy. Now I'm more like, hey, who's my audience, and how can I make your night better? Where back then I was like, how can I make these guys fucking hate me? Which is kind of stupid, but you know how you do when you're young and full of vim and vinegar.
We've got 5 years.
I'm into this is a random wild card for this week. A band called Neon. When I first saw this, I was like, oh shit, Neon, what a killer name for a band. How has this not been taken before? Because I thought it was a new band. Actually, it's not a new band. It's a band from the early 80s. This is an album called Obsessions. Neon is considered as a legend in the Italian new wave scene, like in the early 80s. And I knew nothing about them. I've never heard of them. And listen to this today. It's very Talking Heads, very television, like that kind of vibe, heavy on the synth, and it was really good.
But it had some good guitar in there as well, though.
My only gripe is the guitars, because it's like overly toppy. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard guitars recorded with so much treble. Maybe Big Black, Songs About Fucking.
That was a popular sound though back then.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but even this was like on a system that should have had some bass to it. It was a treble machine. It was like playing a Ted Nugent record through a set of like realistic power horns or something, like at a stadium. It was like, you know, but good songs and some interesting like new stuff I'd never heard before. So I was really cool to like check that out. Let's sip. Go ahead there, Charlie. What? Neon, one of them shitty Dodge and Plymouth cars? Yes. And they made a competitor to my car, which didn't really last up. And it was front-wheel drive. Come on.
Huh?
Come on. What are we even talking about? I did that one, boom. I did that one, boom. Hey, big fans of the Rod and Easy label. You guys know them, you love them, and you know these compilations. The 13th trip for the Brown Acid came out today on vinyl. I think it's been out a little bit, but this is when it actually got released on vinyl, whether or not you can get it or whatever. But it's, if you guys don't know the Brown Acid compilations from Rod and Easy, it's a lot of 70s hard and heavy stuff that got passed by weirdo regional bands that just never really latched on or made it. They've done these terrific compilations. Rod and Easy does it good. They do it right. 13. And you can do some, all of them are good that I've
got
heard.
one of them.
You can. They got a little box thing that you can do from time to time, where you can pick up like 10 or 12 like at a time in a box, because that's how box sets work. I don't know if you're into it.
For a little more.
Yeah, it costs more than one record to do that. Yeah,
more than one.
More than one. Number one, Razor Sharp. Why's the browser down here? Boom, come back up there. Here's a little wild card action. Speaking back on that, the kind of the stoner doom scene, this band has been around for like fucking 20 years, which is crazy. UFO Mammoth. Where are these guys from? I forgot to look up. I'll look it up.
Eric said he picked up a Brown Acid comp on the way home at Noble Records.
Well, this is another Italian band. Given their brand of what a lot of people consider psychedelic sludge, but here's what it is. They're longer, super tuned down, thick, heavy doom songs, but really heavy on effects and really heavy on the psychedelics. So you may be listening to a straight up psych song for 5 or 6 minutes before that thundering herd of distorted guitars comes down your pipe. So it's super vibey.
That's
and
cool.
then it's a really good with a lot of like effects. There's some synth even on there, which in a lot of like stoner doom scenes is like whoa. But very cool records, and this is a brand new one they came out with. What's it called? Oh, fuck! I didn't write it down. The new one. We'll call it the new one. I didn't write it down. I didn't. A box means plural. That's what I'm taking from it, man. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can with what I'm working with.
Are you really doing an autobiography about yourself?
Huh?
You told me you were making an autobiography.
What? The fuck? Did I?
I thought you were.
Oh, that's one of my lines. Like, did I tell you I'm writing an autobiography?
Yeah.
It's based on my experiences. That's a Seinfeld quote. One of Jerry's uncles. One of my favorite quotes ever. Because he says, it's based on my experiences. Which...
Of course it is.
What else would an autobiography... not to explain the joke and kill it, but like... yeah. No, I'm gonna let somebody else write my story. There's gonna be a lot to tell.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just getting started.
Especially the way it ends.
Especially the way it ends. Quote of the night. Let's get some spam. Quote of the night. Bart. Let's get into a little what we played tonight. A little stack. That I entered into Discogs. I'm trying to do better by entering my shit into Discogs, and thank God for Aaron Griffin, who reminds me each and every week. Said he's got a little timer set up on his time for timer. He's got a little timer set up, or an alarm, I think some people call it.
Yeah.
Set for like 8:35 or some shit, and lets us know to enter shit into Discogs because I'm bad about. I'm trying to get everything in there.
That's interesting.
But instead of grabbing this is what everybody says, like, oh, would you just grab a stack, you sit down, get your beer, start entering your records in. You know what? I fucking hate that. I fucking hate doing that. I hate it.
No, I become a machine.
Yeah, it becomes work.
I become a machine.
Yeah, it's like shelving records. I hate shelving records too. But like, but I've realized the way to do that for me as a man is I wait until we play them on the show. And then when I bring them back over, I keep Discogs open while we're playing the records on Twitch. And then I enter them in, or I'll make sure that they're already in there. Sooner or later, most of the stuff will get in there.
Sooner or later.
Now, some of the stuff that hadn't got touched in a while, you know. But honestly, who gives a fuck that it's in there? I mean, I do, but I don't.
Watching that number go up.
Although, this resale.
I'll go down to the bottom and check the total.
How much can I get for that?
No, I checked.
If I lost my job right now, how much can I sell my record collection for? Do play that game?
No,
Dude, I could live for fucking 2 years off my record collection. Swear to God.
I told my wife, like, there's money in the banana stand.
You're telling me. Hoo-ha. So what we played tonight. Fantastic stuff.
What?
Want to do a shot?
Want to do a shot? Oh. It'll be the only shot we have.
I know.
Mike doesn't have any alcohol. And all I brought...
Or we could save it if you want. I mean, we can do it whenever.
Let's go ahead and do it.
We can do it whenever.
Let's go ahead and do a shot. That's a good time. We should do a shot for Vangelis.
Vangelis.
Or maybe we should wait till what we played comes up on...
You want to wait till the Vangelis record?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we'll do that. Fair enough.
I'll go ahead and pour it.
Okay. That's fine. So started off with a fantastic funk record gifted to us to the program by Mr. Aaron Griffin. Speaking of which, Shotgun, which is not a record I was super familiar with. Really good stuff. I think it was like 77. It's in an era when you would think it would be disco-ish. Yeah, I was right because I'm a goddamn champion. Shotgun. If you ever see this, pick it up. Super, super funky, man. Yeah, I'm a good growler. Whew. Probably the last Melvin's record I've picked up, a reissue of Nude with Boots. Boy, they get you on. This is a great record, by the way. This is Ipecac, Mike Patton's label. I'm pretty sure this has Jared from Big Business playing bass on it, but they get you. Look at that sticker. Brand new reissue. Buy it now, because it says, buy it now, you might never see it again. As a Melvins fan, I see that, I'm like, well, fuck. Now I gotta buy it. You telling me this is never gonna be repressed? So they got me. But I mean, I needed it. Fantastic record. I get every Melvins I can get my hands on, honestly. A little VCLT from our good buddy Nebulous Prowler, the Nifty Gifter last week. Whew, Jesus Christ. Fantastic record. One of my favorite artists of all time.
Hot and mighty.
Hot and mighty. Jerry Reed. Man. Look at that. Look at that shot. Look at that picture. That we actually work with a guy. When you say like, hey, how's it going? He never says good, how are you, or what's up, or whatever. He says say. Say.
Joel?
Huh?
Joel?
No.
Oh.
The Phantom. Old D the Phantom. Donald.
Oh. He's the Rain Man of Exile.
Okay, that's...
Motherfucker can build some shit.
Oh, yeah.
I almost had him build me some staging this week.
I almost let him, no. See? I'm gonna make another sister joke, but I've already said she died. Took me a while to pick this record up. I passed on it a couple of times. Actually, when Metal Theologian and Raw Power, Eric Bauer were in town, picked up, this may be an unofficial release, actually, but God, what a fantastic record. I'm still super glad I picked this up. It sounds great, because it's a Cramps record. I mentioned this earlier. What are you like? I detect some sibilance in the pressing of this Cramps record. Not how that works. Cramps records are fucking Cramps records, and I've got some that sound like they're boombox recordings, and I love the shit out of them anyway. That's the great thing about punk rock stuff, man, is you never have to play that like, well,
Is this an IRS reissue?
It's like, well, what pressing is it? You know?
Well, I'm asking, is this an IRS reissue? It's on IRS.
That's what I'm saying. I think it may be.
The IRS is defunct, so.
Oh no, I think it's unofficial.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no matter what that says, I think it may be unofficial. Maybe not. A little VCLT from Mr. Winebender last week, live on the program with some Force MDs. I love any gentleman that rock fur, because I rock some fur, and I look damn good in it. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I look damn good in some fur, and these guys do too, and I appreciate them. They had some kind of connection to, hey, Bobby Gass, the legend. How are you, baby? These guys have some connection to the Fat Boys, but I appreciate Eric dropping that by last week. We jammed some shit through there. Good stuff, man. The drastic plastic Cramps reissues are good stuff. I pretty much grab. I've got a lot of like bootleg Cramp stuff that I got the Napa Hospital, the mental hospital shit. I've got the like lime green one that sounds really good. I've got some official ones. I think the official ones and the boots are pretty damn similar, honestly. This is a Pacific Northwest. A lot of people would say it's like hardcore punk. This is not hardcore punk to me. It's not. To me, it's a live record. It sounds really grungy, like early Nirvana kind of sounding stuff. Coffin Break, Psychosis. I picked this up just on a whim because of the description. I figured it was a record I was probably not going to see very often, and I figured it was time to maybe like really jump on and do something about it. Good record though. It's just not. People say hardcore. Like,
Read the first song on side 2.
Read the first song on side 2.
This is the Force MDs album.
Oh yeah. Force MDs meet the Fat Boys. Oh yeah, that's actually what we played. They talk about meeting them on a train or some shit, like in a rap thing. Yeah. Another gift from Eric Winebender last week. This was really cool. Country Cruisin' 1957, a little compilation action. I've never seen this series before, actually.
Country Cruisin'.
And it just looks good. It looks like a picture of my grandmother.
It's
actually
sponsored by a company like a oil company or something. Look on the back.
No, what label is this? I can't read that. I ain't got my specs on, Steve.
I don't either. Ruby Records.
So I played 3 tracks that kind of...
It's from Canada.
Canadian. There we go. Played 3 tracks off of this tonight, starting with a George Jones track, which was side... let me see that. So we played... this has Ferlin Husky, Warner Mack, Bobby Helms, Jimmy Skinner, Marvin Rainwater, Patsy Cline. God, love Patsy Cline. Jim Lowe, and then we played these last 3. Actually, we played the last 3 tracks of side 2. Don't Stop the Music, George Jones, which is a fantastic song. A Poor Man's Riches, Benny Barnes, and My True Love by Jack Scott. Killer stuff. Blame Canada. You got the... Oh my God! I just ran over my toe with this chair. Fuck my butt with a cigarette. Oh, that hurt. Don't actually fuck my butt with a cigarette. let me come in here real quick and just... That's...
Mr. Bananas does not want his anus.
This message furnished by the National Football League. I wanted to hear something heavy. I just felt like it. I was been a little aggressive this week. Conan. The Conan record. This is, I always forget the name of this. Existential Void Guardian, which is so doomy. If you ever wanted to hear what a guitar sounded like tuned to F, this is the record. Super tuned down. Incredibly low, gnarly distortion. Really cool band, British band. They've got their own kind of thing going. It's right between where a guitar and a bass registers. Like, yeah. Monster record. If you're into the Stoner Doom scene, if you don't have any Conan, you've never checked them out, I would highly, highly recommend it. Then our good pal Nebulous Prowler cashed in some banana bucks over on the Twitch side of things, where you, just by watching the channel, can accumulate points and determine what record we play next. He said, how about a little Mob Rules, because it was like the 12th anniversary of us losing Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, actually my copy's not super fucking good, honestly. Actually, Jesus, you can probably see it on camera. This is the side we played, which is what he wanted. He's like, side one. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And when I grabbed it, I was like, oh.
This is the one we don't play. Actually, I have a good copy of this album. I would have brought it if I'd known.
There we go. Look at that right there.
Yep, that's where.
See where the light is?
Sign of the Southern Cross is right there. That's where it was skipping.
Look at that. It looks like somebody wrote on it with a screwdriver.
They banged on it.
But it plays through that, and it's warpy.
No, it jumps.
It jumps, but it wasn't. It doesn't.
At least you played it on the bad needle.
It didn't play like what you would think it would play, because you would think it wouldn't play at all. I wouldn't. But
I love that.
It's a fantastic record. I made this point earlier, and let's hear some thoughts. Hot take, or maybe not a hot take. I don't know. Ronnie James Dio, way better vocalist than Ozzy. But my favorite Sabbath records are Ozzy albums.
Yeah. Easily acceptable.
I think that's a good trade-off.
Ronnie was more of an operatic style singer. He had a voice, and he could project, he could compress, and really put it out there where most singers can't do that.
Well, I mean, I guess with Ozzy, it was more of it was rawer and a little more garagey.
It's the same voice you hear now. It's not a normal voice of like singing, but it's Ozzy's voice.
Yeah.
It's like Bob Dylan. He still has this Bob Dylan voice.
Yeah, and I love both. That's tough. It's hard to some days I want to hear Volume 4. Some days I want to hear Mob Rules.
When I hear Ozzy nowadays, I can hear that it's pretty sweetened up with like just nice effects to give it that broad sound. You can hear Ozzy all the way through the spectrum, basically.
Oh, good. Look what we got to. God rest his soul.
Mike wants to do a shot.
I'm flipping through records. I'm like in a Kmart bargain bin. Give me the liquor album.
Yeah, so this album, it says it was recorded in 71. Now, Merv said they didn't release it.
They sat on it for
like 8
several
years after they recorded it.
What's it called? Hypothesis?
Hypothesis, yeah.
Are these like originals? Like just
it's just
a
side one was
album.
Hypothesis Part 1. It's just 17 minutes of free jazz.
But that wasn't recorded for a film or anything like that?
No. This is before his film work time.
Gotcha. Jesus, this was such a weird, out there, essentially like a free jazz record at time, or very avant-garde-ish. I loved it. And I'm glad Steve brought this, because I have a lot of the more down the middle kind of soundtrack work and stuff that he did, the synthesizer heavy stuff, and which is good stuff, but this one is really out there. 78 as an unofficial release, recorded in 71. How about that?
Yeah. Really cool though. I really like it. It says original UK LP.
Very cool.
Which actually it says on Affinity Records, but BYG was the label. And if you know anything about BYG,
I know everything about them.
This label that people despise for reissuing the Gong stuff. The box set was BYG.
Yeah, they didn't pay the bands or something like weird.
I don't know if they're not properly paying folks or whatever.
What's their tax ID number?
My reply to that is always, well, you still love the fuck out of Funkadelic in Parliament, don't you? You still buy that shit, don't you?
Yeah.
But George fucked everybody.
Yeah. Or what's the one? What's the one Credence was on? Fantasy.
Fantasy, right?
Fantasy fucked the hell out of Credence of everything.
And there's some other great records on Fantasy, but you know. So, should we do a shot?
Oh yeah. I almost forgot.
It's just a little airplane bottle of Jaeger. There's 2 shots in it, so.
Hey, they sponsored the band back in the day. Cheers to Jägermeister.
What a great taste.
Oh boy.
Isn't that good?
That tastes like parking lot.
That's syrup. Tastes like parking lot.
Yeah. 5L
Out in the parking lot.
5L show.
Killing the bottle.
Yeah. Man. Quincy Jones fucked everybody. Quote of the night. Oh, that tastes good. There's something in the corner.
You can lick it.
Okay. Oh.
Tongue in there.
When it hits your lips. Oh, Freddy boy. The VC's prodigal son, Mr. Fred Dobbs, requested a little ZZ Top De Guelo.
Yeah.
Woo! Underrated album.
Well, I'll say it. As much as I love the earlier stuff, I've grown to love it.
Yes.
This is the album that introduced me to ZZ Top. This is when I was, 14? And I went and saw them do a Loco tour, but they were playing shit off of this. And so this album has a special place in my heart. And I love it. Stereophonically, it sounds amazing.
Fred made the comment that he's never heard a pressing of this record that sounds bad. And this one tonight, I mean, I think of all the things that we played tonight, this one really stood out fidelity-wise.
Yeah.
I would say.
Who's the
100%.
engineer on this bitch?
But I also made the point tonight that I think this is the perfect bridge between
Bob Ludwig and
it's Bob Ludwig?
Terry Manning and Bob Ludwig. So,
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Has it got the RL and the dead wax?
Well,
demaster it.
I didn't bring my tool. I have a tool for doing this.
Hot mix.
I think I showed it on the Discord.
I got a tool too. They're called fucking readers.
I bought I was gifted a book on coin collecting, and it came with this eyepiece that has a light on it, and you can read dead wax really well with it.
Well, I made the point earlier that I think this is the perfect connector record between the old school ZZ Top blues rock and roll stuff into the 80s Eliminator era, which before people shit, I love those records. The 80s ZZ Top, I love. That's the first ZZ Top I ever heard. And I, as a older man, I went back and listened to the early ZZ Top, and I fell in love with fucking, of course, the first album, Rio Grande Mud, Tres Hombres, all that stuff, and that was the stuff that was steady in my rotation. Those 3, actually, the first 3 were and have been steady in my rotation for a long time. And you forget about some of these later ones that start to bridge that gap between the 70s and 80s.
Well, this was definitely the album, I think, that bridged that gap, basically. Because El Loco was probably their worst.
El Loco is probably my least favorite.
Although, Afterburner, probably anything after Eliminator. Although, Eliminator, as much as it was a great album, that freaking drum machine just drives me nuts.
No, they say it's not a drum machine.
I know.
Well,
electronic drums then.
But it's also especially for the time in the 80s, it also kind of proves that you can be a kick-ass rock and roll band and still make pop music.
Sure.
That's not mutually exclusive.
Sure.
You can do both.
I mean,
you can have the history of a ZZ Top.
You cannot deny the impact that MTV had on ZZ Top.
I mean, and Genesis did the same thing. And a lot of people don't like that stuff. But like Genesis was super proggy, and they did the same thing ZZ Top did, just just from prog and blues, with two different genres. But they kind of came together, melding in that 80s MTV stuff, and that's where you have Invisible Touch. In my mind, the greatest pop record ever made. Maybe Thriller, but I mean
the Land of Confusion video.
I would say Invisible Touch is the best. At least, okay, it's the best 80s pop record. I'll say
80s.
Yes,
I'll put against Thriller.
I'd put that one, Thriller 2, maybe Mr. 3. Woo! Take these broken wings. Sorry, I don't want to get. I switched the wrong. Fucking hell! What the hell's happening?
I don't know. I think Madonna would be in the top 3.
You think?
Yeah.
Which one? Material Girl?
Probably.
I like Madonna. Hell, I like Janet Jackson.
All right.
Speaking of black people,
I finally got my butt over here. Put on some Brick. This is their first album, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe this is the first.
It's a good record.
Fantastic funk record. Really is. You can pick this up on the cheap. It pops up in dollar bins and shit all the time.
Brick's always out there.
All the time. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, this is such a killer record, man. If you guys are not familiar with this, some of you guys, I know we got a lot of people watching. A lot of you guys don't know this shit or have never seen us play this before. We love this record. Fantastic. A compilation from who does these compilations?
Light in the no.
Yeah, Light in the Attic.
Yeah,
Country funk.
I originally had volume 2, and I loved it. And volume 1 was unattainable because it was out there for $200. But this is a more recent reissue of volume 1.
So killer, man.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I think we listened
to
killer. Side B, side 2. Bobby Darin, Jim Ford, Gray Fox.
Bobby Darin
and Link Ray.
Oh, Link Ray?
Yep.
Link Ray's on there?
Link Ray's on here.
Nice. Somebody said that before, and I thought they were talking about something else. Fuck. I didn't realize it was actually Link Ray. Kick ass. Although, you know what really pissed me off at first when I saw this came out? It was a country funk compilation, and there wasn't any Jerry Reed on it.
Well, that's the funny. Yeah, I think Jerry Reed's got his own. He doesn't need this.
True. These are. It's like the Rod Neasy.
It's like everybody's aware.
Brown Acid.
Everybody's aware of Jerry Reed.
This is like the Brown Acid version of country funk.
Yeah.
So you're trying to hype people that didn't get any attention.
Of course, Link Ray did. And there's some big names on here.
Yeah.
But you hear them as you hadn't heard them before, like Mac Davis or Dolly Parton. I think Willie Nelson's on one of these as well.
Oh, Luke said he got that from Lunchbox Records in Charlotte. Nice, Luke. You know what's funny is the reason that I think that stuck in my craw is because I used to describe, it's like, man, you ever listen to Jerry Reed? Like back in the 90s, like late 90s, some of my friends that listen to metal and punk and stuff like that. Like, you ever listen to Jerry Reed? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know who that is. It's like Snowman. I'm like, yeah. It's like, man, but it's not just, like hayseed Copenhagen music. It's like country funk, man. Mm-hmm. He's such a badass guitar player. It's country funk. And I used to call, like, organically in my head, I called that country funk. And I'm like, oh, a country funk compilation. And I'm like, oh, this is going to have like 6 Jerry Reed songs on it. And I'm like, what? It ain't got none of them, man. Fuck you guys. Y'all don't know shit about dick. But I get it now.
Yeah.
Well, oh, you know what I didn't do? I launched Marbles.
Is that what we played?
Yeah, that's what we played.
We're done?
Please, no update.
Actually, there's one more, but I'm saving it for Dig of the Week.
Whoa. You guys get out into the stores this week? Anybody doing like some severe go only severe digs this week?
I did.
So where's your stuff coming from this week?
More on that later. Actually, out of Raleigh. I took my youngest daughter to a concert.
Okay.
in Raleigh, and we had just enough time to go into a record store. And I did something which has spawned us to maybe come up with an idea for a thing
Oh yeah.
that we'll talk about later.
We're gonna save it.
Yeah. Basically, it deals with digging and being under a time constraint.
If we were to give you guys money, a set amount of money, put you in a record store
That you've never been in before.
that you've never been in before, you get 10 minutes
Yeah.
to come out with something.
Are you gonna say let them get the $150 record? I think you should come out with at least 3 things,
Well, you gave the amount. You gave the amount.
or maybe two things.
But let's say we give you $50.
Hopefully 3 things. You can find 2 things and then a cheapie that really kicks ass.
But
And
what's
I mean,
the caveat though?
I'll be honest, I spent a lot more than that.
But what's the caveat to that?
Well, if you don't make it out,
If you go over,
you have to pay.
it's your fucking money.
It's on you.
If it's $50.03, that's on your dumbass. But if we gave you $50, you come visit us. We take you to a store. We give you $50 to go into a record store for 10 minutes. What you gonna come out with?
What's that?
Whoa.
Weird number chain.
It's bullshit, Steve. That's what that is. What?
Okay.
Switch. Game is about to open the browser. Yes, confirm. What the fuck is happening? Why is my life so complicated?
How many people are playing pole position this week?
Oh, I meant to mention that.
Yeah? What's the game of the week?
So, in the Grown Man Record Night Discord, we have a retro league, the Grown Man Record Night Retro League, Grown Man Retro League. And this week's game is pole position on the Atari 2600.
You know what? I think you need to make a video like you did about how to subscribe. How to get your subscription activated. You should make that for the Retro League as well. How to like get in there, like what you need to download.
Dude, look what it is. It's
What?
Beastie Boys,
Okay.
like a documentary.
But what you need to download and how to get into the game, because I fucking didn't get it. I had what's the program called?
Stella.
I have Stella, and I opened it. I was like, what the fuck do I do with this? You know. But now I know. So
I've gotten some good games. Got some good games. Some other people have got some good games, but let me tell you something.
better bring it.
Whew. You better pack a lunch, baby. I ain't gonna get beat on this one, Steve. You better pack a damn lunch.
Are we playing marbles?
We're playing marbles, and at the request of Eric Weinbender, while we're picking the track, taking the frame off, I'm taking the camera off. Boom. So, exclamation point. How do you vote? Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track.
You said at his request you take all that shit off,
I took the camera
so
off.
people can see it better.
So people can see it better.
That makes good sense.
Fucking
We're not on that end.
prima donna Eric Weinbender made me take the fucking camera off.
Put your glasses on.
Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run. And once we come to an agreement on what track, we'll I'll give you further instructions. Whew. How are everybody doing? I'm about to run out of this. Actually, let me pee real quick, Steve. Y'all vote on this. Steve, tell us a story. Steve? Yeah. Tell everybody about why.
All right, so I'll just tell the main thing I was working on this week was getting an interview with we do a morning show on our sub channel, the CW, called The Local Vibe, and I was able to get the guitarist for Paul McCartney's tour. His name's Brian Ray. Brian Ray's like he started playing with Etta James. He's played with a ton of folks. He's toured with Paul McCartney for 20 years, Great guitar player. There's actually an episode of, I watched it today. There's an episode of Miami Vice where Brian Ray has a couple of has a song in there, a couple versions of it, which was kind of funny. But he came on the morning show and talked. And the reason I wanted to get him on there, Chris Stamey from the DBs has been in touch with me and told me the story about seeing this video. Gibson Guitars does this interview series called The Collection, where they show off guitarists' collections. Of course, they play mainly Gibson guitars. And while Chris was watching this, bring me that Diet Coke. While Chris was watching this, he noticed he recognized the guitar case on one of the guitars he had that was a rare Gibson SG guitar that belonged to a guy named Sam Moss, who was a local legend blues player, and he contacted Brian to tell him, I think you've got this guitar that belonged to Sam Moss. And he's like, no, I bought this in New York. And he's like, well, he actually bought it from the wife of Sam. Sam's no longer with us, and she was selling off some of his stuff. And he goes, well, I noticed the sticker on the case was very recognizable, but you'll notice and Chris knows the guitar so well. He's like, you'll notice this hairline fracture like up on the backside of the neck or whatever. And sure enough, it was there. And he's like, oh, it's so cool. But this guitar turns out to be Brian's main stage guitar that he plays during the Paul McCartney tour, and he'll be performing in Winston tomorrow. So it's kind of cool connection. But I had to kind of work to kind of make that happen. So.
Cool story, bro. All right, I'm gonna pull the frame up. Yeah, that is pretty cool though. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what we got here. What track are we running? I got 2-4 on thin ice. 2-4 multi-lane madness. I'm going multi-lane madness. You want to break the tie, Steve?
No.
I'm breaking it. Exclamation point play. Type in exclamation point play into the chat right now, please, to get your pole position.
Exclamation point play.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be in my head forever now. A lot of people watching tonight. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. You could do anything with your Friday night. You hang out with a bunch of schmendricks, but you choose to do it with us at fucking 1:33 Eastern Daylight Time. It's a pet peeve of mine when people say Eastern Standard Time and it's in Daylight Savings Time, which is not Eastern Standard.
No.
It's Eastern Daylight Time. EDT, not EST. But I'll be honest, Steve, I can't expect the whole world to be as smart as I am. I've given up on that. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to get in here. Boom. Some of you guys are scared to play. That's fine. That's fine. You can enjoy yourself over on the women's tees. Go in, get you a couple. Go in and get you a handful of fucking tampons. Go sit out in the parking lot, watch the rest of the fucking grown men play. That's fine. You can do that too. That's a perfectly acceptable thing to do with your Friday night. Grab a handful of tampons, sit on the sideline, watch the rest of us fucking come in and be fucking champions. That's exactly what you want to do. You tell your grandkids, hey, I remember this time I was a pussy on the internet. Right in front of everybody. We're starting the race. Boom. Cool looking track. Look at the background. I like the background. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is it? Have we ran this before? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I remember that similar track, but look at the background.
I love it.
It's so scenic. So USA.
Using,
Whoa, look at this noisy beat. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Are they using Vista?
Is that a Vista desktop background? Noisy beast. Trying to make power moves to shower moves right off the rip. Right off the rip.
Huge lead.
That looks like my colon. Colon bowel. Huh? All right. DJ Thunder, though. Look over here. Look over there. Multi-lane.
Another way. There are two paths you can go by.
Whoa, whoa. But look underneath. Who's that underneath? Around the horn they're going, Steve.
It is anybody's game. Anybody's game.
Well, not anybody. There's some losers that are not even close.
They're trading paint. Oh, all the way through there.
Rubbin's racing. Look at this.
I see
DJ Thunder. Trim tight making a move.
not far from the end.
You know, Big Burly Bro won last week. Can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have that.
Nope.
Merv's making moves. Nebulous Prowler.
DJ Thunder
But DJ
still.
Thunder. Still. What?
I'm tight in second.
Yeah. Look
A lot
at
of
this.
locals.
Oh yeah, this of course.
Local advantage.
I mean, we breed them right down here. Country strong, baby. Country fucking strong.
Bringing up the rear. I think I'm still on the fucking course, or maybe I'm off.
I don't think you're in the game.
Oh.
I don't think you loaded in. Whose Twitch chat did you go type that in? Somebody playing fucking StarCraft and Steve's in there. Exclamation point play! Get the fuck out of my game. DJ Thunder, 1970. Woof. You were never in, Steve. Yes.
I thought I was. I hit exclamation point play.
Which button of that jitterbug will get you into this game?
Oh, wait.
Jitterbug.
I typed exclamation point PK. There's a K instead of an L. I don't have my fucking real glasses on.
Yeah, GG's. GG's, everybody. That's funny.
Okay.
That is funny stuff.
PK.
Let's get a little dig of the week action.
PK.
Right off the rip, how many record albums do you have to talk about tonight? Sock Talk? Oh, don't we have a Sock Talk graphic?
I have 5.
Okay. Well, before we get into anything crazy, Cameraman's brother left this on our doorstep.
Hammerman's brother.
Name's Brent. Known him since he's a little fucking kid.
Older or
Younger brother. Youngest of 3. So there's Ryan's got an older sister and then a younger brother. Made this.
You got their
for-
social?
Look at that.
That's cool.
Hell yeah. Little GMRN piece of. Oh, it's freshly stained. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that shit. We'll hang that bitch up on the wall, baby. Thank you, Brent, for dropping this off for us, man. We're gonna hang this shit up right here in the studio. Hell yeah. Smell that. Stained. All right, let's do. Since we're doing. I can't find the damn graphic.
Dig of the week.
Now
What?
Oh, Oh my god, this is so fucking heavy.
Got a knife?
But luckily, I have what a knife
Where was it?
to bring us home in my pocket. Oh wait, yeah, I did lose it.
Last week you couldn't find it.
It was in a pair of breeches I didn't think I owned anymore, or something. Christ. Aaron, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's so much goddamn shit in here, dude. I can already... It's not like one big thing or like there is so much stuff in here. There is so much stuff in here. Oh my god. Box of Quick Crate, yeah.
Good lord.
Always fun to get boxes from Aaron. He's a psycho fucking maniac. Psychomaniac thrifter flipper guy that... I'm gonna tuck it in my business here. Probably spill it. Oh my god. Oh, right off the rip I see this. What a fantastic album this is. Got it on wax. Open the box and a glitter bomb goes off. Yeah, Flaming Lips. Yoshimi versus the Pink Robots. Killer. I should just hold that up. Starship Troopers. We were just fucking talking about this movie. Somebody said it was like the first movie they ever saw. Or where were we talking about this? Oh, I gotta give this to Jay. John Mayer, Any Given Thursday. Jay's a big John Mayer guy. Hell yeah. Who's a phenomenal guitar player. A lot of people think he's just a chick singer kind of thing. Simpsons Go Symphonic. I remember this. That's a cool CD. Man, I've not thought about that in fucking 10 years. 20 years, probably. Oh, wow. Johnny Cash, American Music Legends, Volume 2. Cracker Barrel. It's a Cracker Barrel record. Look. That's even cooler. Who it's got on there? Folsom Prison Blues, Jackson, Understand Your Man, Daddy Sang Bass, Boy Named Sue, Ring of Fire, and then this piece of tape. Men in Black at the bottom. Man in Black. One of the greatest records ever recorded. One of the greatest movies ever recorded. Filmed. Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen and Michael Biehn. I love Navy SEALs. An absurd amount. More, whatever you're thinking right now, multiply it times 10. That's how much I love Navy SEALs. It makes no sense. We're not here to make heads or tails of that right now. We don't have the time. The VHS tapes. Collect the weirdest of the weird VHS tapes, and this is, oh boy. Disco Sweat, Richard Simmons. Farewell to Fat. Quality. I need to rip me a cloud, bruh. Scrooged VHS. Oh, we gotta play that for fucking Christmas this coming year, man. Hell yeah. Here's a bag of air that came from Raleigh, Durham area. That's limited. Oh, speaking of Christmas, Pikachu's winter vacation. Pika Pika. Never seen that before. This fucks so hard it could be rape. This fucks so hard it could be rape. That's quote of the year. Got the rope. Dude, It actually matches my shirt for the night. Little pet hat. Are you serious, Aaron? That may be my favorite hat rocking right now. Oh my God, with the rope too. I love the hats with the rope. Dude, that is awesome. And then, oh my God, these look like I gotta break out what a knife again. All right, let's get it. Let's get it going. Damn, that's a lot of tape, Aaron. Aaron's new name is mailboxes.com. Mailbox partner. What was the name of the store? Mailboxes, etc. Okay. All right. God damn, these are full of records. Like, full of records. Loverboy. Oh, look at that cover. Get Lucky with a red butthole.com. I love it. I don't have that one either.
I used to have that one. That's the one.
I would play it. I'd play the fuck out of
That's
that.
the one.
Ooh! Tennessee Ernie Ford. 22 favorite hymns. I love gospel music. Like, no cap.
It's got a
I'm wearing
gatefold.
cap.
What's the gatefold look like? Nothing.
Daddy sing bass, mama sing tenor. See if it's got bringing in the sheaves on it. Old time religion.
Bringing in the sheep.
Bringing in the sheaves. Bringing in the sheaves. Bringing in the sheaves. Bay City Rollers.
What is a sheave?
Yes. You don't worry about what sheaves are, Steve. That's private. Oh my God. I've never seen this before.
Night. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Night.
Now there's your gatefold, Steve. There's your gatefold. That's gatefold of the night. Oh no. I thought it was gatefold of the night. But hello, come on. Look at this shit. How this is not already covered in jizz, I have no idea. No clue. Sandy Patty. I think my mom used to work with her at the library. Sandy Patty. That's awesome. Look on the back. Multicultural. Multicultural Sandy Patty. All right, boom. There's still one more. Get this off of me. I don't want this on me anymore. It's making my knees sweat, and I'm upset about it. I'm self-conscious about my sweaty knees. All right.
Now I look like a giant.
Yeah, fuck, Steve. I mean, some more pasta. I don't know. Found this at Goodwill, but never found the record. Also, it's a cover. Oh, dope cover though. Wow. Very cool. That'll go up somewhere around here. Very cool. LA Dream Team, Kings of the West Coast. Never heard of this. But I bet it's right up my fucking alley. That's so fucking cool. Look at that. Look at these guys. These guys be fucking bitches. Oh, man. Oh, nice, dude. Billy Squire. Love Billy Squire. Van sent that Billy Squire record that's really, really fucking good. So I'm excited to check this out. I mean, he ain't got to tilt his head. Dude, you can take a picture without tilting your fucking head. Like, seriously. Stop it. Seriously. Stop it. Oh, man. This may be Mr. Owl Sings Colors and Shapes. Wow. All I can say to this album cover is wow. I'm going to let this sink in for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to zoom in on this guy's acid-washed crotch. I want this guy tattooed on my inner thigh. As close to my dick as I can get it without it being, you know. But, shit. Dude. And finally, Encores, the second chapter of Acts. Hold up. Encores, the second chapter of Acts. How many photos did they take? That's the one they went with. What are the ones they didn't take, didn't use look like? The five-head bunch. We're going to play all these Aaron at the show. God damn it. Aaron, you psychomaniac. Put that down there. Holy shit. That's awesome. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Brent. That's let me put up what a knife before I forget it. Holy shit. You guys are retarded. Aaron's especially retarded.
So I went to Raleigh,
North Carolina.
Yeah. We got there was only like an hour before the concert started. But the record store Hunky Dory in Raleigh, downtown Raleigh, was close to where we were going. So kind of zoomed in there. I don't know if I was there 10 minutes maybe. I think I went into the bathroom and took a piss, so maybe about 15 minutes. But I guess it was a 5-minute piss.
You're an older gentleman.
But I was buying like quick buys. You know, I was like, oh, I could use this. I could use this.
That's what made us think about the.
My daughter was like,
earlier.
"Hey, do you like this band?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that one." So I picked up some stuff. I got 5 records. The first one actually
God, I love this fucking
was
hat.
like a cheap record. It was like $3, but it was their $3 records were 50% off, so it was $1.50, and it was a stab, just a quick stab called Morning, Noon, and Night. I think the back cover got me, and I was like, "Yeah, this ought to be pretty
I've
cool."
never seen this. Oh yeah, look at that.
It's really good.
Roy G. Biv. Is this a gatefold?
No.
Oh, no. It is now.
But also got the White Stripes, their second LP. They Distill, I think.
Yeah.
Distill.
Yeah. Good record. Fantastic.
Like 19 or 2010?
No, not that late.
2000? 2000.
2000
It's
was
a,
the
it's a
original.
2010
2010
reissue.
reissue. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good record.
Yeah.
Good record.
I haven't listened to it yet. This one we've talked about on the show because I think I was like
Lincoln Theater, Charlie. Charlie said he saw Graham Nash at that nice theater in Raleigh, the Lincoln Theater. I played the Lincoln Theater.
I played the Lincoln Theater.
That's where I watched Sanford and Son in the green room, and they had to come yell at me.
I walked right by the Lincoln Theater. because I was headed to get a banh mi at this little Asian place.
Is that the sandwich?
We talked about Eddie Vedder plays the ukulele.
Yeah.
They had this album. This is Eddie Vedder's Ukulele Songs album. And I could not pass it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because my wife loves the ukulele.
I know Vance is a big fan, obviously. Very cool. This just got repressed like really recently, like several weeks ago.
That's probably what it is then.
Yeah.
Made in the Czech Republic.
Okay. There's no need to...
It's an EP I got. It's still sealed.
That stands for extended play.
It's LCD sound system.
Uh-huh.
Confuse the Marketplace, I think it's called.
Okay.
From what I can tell.
Yeah, I love it.
Haven't listened to it yet.
I love LCD sound system, and out of all the times you've played their stuff, I still really know nothing about the fucking band. I thought they were like a 70s band forever, and then you're like, after like 5 years of listening to them, you're like, no. Well, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, what?
I think they broke up and have recently
I've never seen that.
gotten back together for a couple things, but they're, New York, kind of a
New York
house band kind of thing. Last but not least, we played this. This is the last record we played during what we played.
Correct.
But I wanted to show it on Dig of the Week. Folks have always told me, "Hey, do you like Porcupine Tree?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard Pineapple Thief?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. I mean, I've heard them, but I haven't really listened to them a whole lot." But they had this Pineapple Thief. It's a compilation. It's called Give It Back compilation, but it's earlier stuff that they've taken and then actually remade with Gavin Harrison on drums. So Gavin Harrison, if you know him, he's like one of the best prog drummers out there. He plays with Steven Wilson, Porcupine Tree. He plays with King Crimson. He's part of that triple drummer ensemble.
This was a really good album, and I've talked about this scenario really recently, where somebody's like, "Oh man, do you like Porcupine Tree? Well, you love these guys. You listen to them, you're like, yeah, because it sounds a lot like Porcupine Tree. It really does. It really sounds a lot like it.
Yeah, it's on K-Scope, it's the same label,
which is great. And I had this same conversation about the Deftones, and there was a band called Relative Ash, same producer. The screams sound the same, and a lot of people just be like, this started from somebody asked me what my opinion of Greta Van Fleet. I was like, very talented. I think they do a great job. I think they're a little too close to some other stuff, but I think they do a good job. But I was like, that being said, I can't shit on them because the same thing was the Deftones. I was like, oh, there's this band called Relative Ash. When I listened to it, I'm like, I was such a, at the time, like late 90s, Deftones was probably my favorite band at the time. And when I heard that record, I'm like, yeah, this is a straight up Deftones ripoff. However, just so happens, that's my favorite fucking band. So it's like a Deftones album I've never heard before. So, yeah, you're kind of, I don't want to say ripping them off. It's an homage to them, certainly. But I'm in favor of it because now it's just something else for me to listen to as a fan of that kind of music. So I'm not mad at it. So in the same way, like, because I could see somebody being like, these guys are like trying to be Porcupine Tree. But I would think of it as a Porcupine Tree album that you don't have.
Or some would say like,
that doesn't mean it's bad. Because you like that band.
A lot of the Flaming Lips would be a rip off of the Butthole Surfer.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that forever, but like if you like one band, then listen to the other one, as long as they're not. There's been some feuds over the years. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Faith No More thing. Anyway, that's everything from what we played.
Yep.
So we're gonna come back with a soda speaking chip chat. Which soda we gonna do? Eric left a bunch of sodas in there.
Did he?
Oh, a bunch.
Okay.
We have a cache of sodas in the refrigerator.
I brought a
cold.
soda.
Tell Eric we're not gonna do a soda. That's fine. I'll let you deliver that message. Whatever you want to do. Charlie's packing a bowl. That's what Charlie's doing. And I respect that, Charlie. Why we like you, Charlie. Charlie's doing what Charlie wants to do. I like that. You love to hear it. You like to see it. You like to feel it. You like to be a part of it. Charles in charge. Boom. That's what we're talking about. Now, actually, you know, when I check my microphones, Charlie, you know what I say? Chuck Charlie. Chuck Charlie. How long have I been doing that?
Forever.
10, 12 years? I say Chuck Charlie to check the microphones, because that's of the loudest thing I'm going to say. If I was reading the words and Chuck Charlie came out, I would say Chuck Charlie louder than anything. I don't know why, but Chuck Charlie. That's how I know it's going to peak the mic. Chuck Charlie. No peak. No peak.
Don't you have a limiter on here already?
I do. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come back with a little so to speak and chit chat. I'm going to find something. Can I find something? Maybe I'll find something. Wait. We'll be right. I lost it again. Damn it. We'll be right, Bart.
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko. It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
Right, Orko?
Right on.
I'm Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000? You could pay off all your debts, invest in business, or use the money for anything you desire. Imagine anything you desire. Want more information? Call the Money Store toll-free. In New Jersey, dial 800-672-1001. In Connecticut, dial 1-800-842-1105.
When you drive to Wendy's and order a single, you get more beef than the Whopper or the Big Mac. At Wendy's, you never have to ask, where's the beef?
He's back! Coach Riley! He's back!
He can't be back. He's sick in the hospital. Yeah, they said he might never come back.
All right, lunkheads, laps in 30 seconds. Move it! I want you to form 3 lines.
Today, more people are surviving cancer of the colon thanks in part to a test that provides early detection. And last year, a company gave out 1 million of these tests free. The company was Eckerd Drugs.
Mr. Conley, you mind telling us what's so funny?
I'm just glad to have you back, Coach.
Yeah, well, okay. Are you trying to talk me out of push-ups, Conley?
Your Eckerd pharmacist, dedicated to your good health.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying with us here on Grown Man Record Night. Hey, Bobby, I saw your comment. This is actually, I probably got some other ones over here. this particular King Records is actually a local record store. It's like 2 miles from here. So it's not the actual King Records, but it's a local record store, and I have tons of those stickers. If you want one or a multiple of those stickers, let me know. I'll be glad to send them to you. But it's not from the actual like King record label. Yeah, I'd be glad to send you some stickers. Actually, I work for a TV station, and they gave us a Yeti tumbler, you know, like the expensive things. And it had the station logos and stuff on the side, but I had one of those big circle King Record logos, and I just stuck it on the side so it looks like a King Records tumbler. I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate me covering the station logos up, but you know, do what you got to do. But yeah, they're still cool looking. Bobby was asking about the King Record things. There's circle ones, and there's a bunch around here. Every time you buy a couple of records from you spend $30, $40. He's throwing 3 or 4 stickers in your bag and shit. Jerry, that is.
Yeah.
Up there. King Records.
The good Jerry.
Good Jerry. The good Jerry. Come on. Come back, dude. It's a fucking joke. What is it, 2 o'clock in the morning? Come on. What are you gonna drive right now? Go, fuck it, go drive. Go drive. I don't give a shit. Wrap your fucking Corolla around a tree. Hey, let's see. Hey, who's gonna care if Jerry wraps his Corolla around a tree?
Is SR5?
And that's not an SR5. It's like a fucking. It's a clown mobile. A fucking clown mobile. For a fucking clown ass associate producer. Bitch ass that leaves at fucking, what is this, 2 o'clock in the morning. Jerry, why don't you just go sit in the yard for a little bit? Cool off. Cool off. You can cool it and you can cool off.
What are we doing?
So to speak. What are we talking about? Mr. Weinbender left us a large cache of sodas. I had a couple of sodas in there as well. Or one soda. I had one soda in there. And Steve, you brought a soda as well.
We'll do mine.
So we'll do Steve's. I mean, I
won't be here.
it.
I won't be here next week.
I respect it.
I won't be here next week. You can do whatever you want.
What are you doing next week?
I'm going to
Sean, the beach stylist.
Going to Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Going down to Georgia.
I hear you, Bobby. Yeah. What you going down yonder for? See your mama?
Memorial Day weekend.
Mama and them?
Ladies are going to a concert. And
hey, yo, is next weekend's Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
Yo. Summer rental next weekend. I'm going to watch it on stream, too. So, God, I'm glad you said that. If you guys don't know, I know we're late night. We don't have as many people as we did before, but to kick off summer, every year I watch Summer Rental with John Candy on Memorial Day weekend. So we'll do it on stream, probably on Twitch. I'll probably get popped on YouTube. We'll drink some Coronas, some Modelos. You guys like Modelo Especial? Maybe like a Negro Modelo. We're open to both here. Come on, we'll drink some beers. We'll eat some popcorn. We'll watch Summer Rental together. But what I was going to say, I'm not only off Memorial Day. I took like 2 extra days off. It's my first like couple of days off in a row of the year. I always do that. I punish myself till Memorial Day, and then I'm like, Memorial Day, 2 days. Boom, that's my 3-day. Then I start taking like week longs for the rest of the year.
Well, Memorial is on a Monday this year.
This year?
Wait.
This motherfucker over here. Let me tell y'all something now. I put up with so much shit. Anyway, what soda are we doing? Let's not waste these people's time anymore.
Mountain Dew. Flamin' Hot.
No here. Oh, no, you brought the Flamin' Hot?
Yeah.
What's the deal with this? Have you guys heard about this? Mountain Dew, a PepsiCo company, is also partnered with Frito-Lay, which is a PepsiCo company. So like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but it's a Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Now, I've wondered for a couple of weeks what this might or might not taste like.
I'm thinking like a chili lime chip with like a little more lemon lime.
I've watched people on the internet try this, and their first it's always like, oh, yo, like, wait. But, you know, they never really explain it, but it always jars them in like a, wait, what? But nobody like runs away puking or nothing like that. Right, it's just kind of like, whoa, what? All right, well, you bust it out. And Steve's gonna take these broken things. Hold up.
What?
What's it taste like? Or you want to wait till what are we watching?
No, I'll wait. Little Beastie Boys action?
Oh, that's right. I forgot I had this Beastie Boys documentary recorded on VHS at the back end of some tape that we were watching. And I'm going to watch it tomorrow with the sound on because I have no recollection of this being in. So don't take this tape out because I don't want to lose it. Because I won't remember what it is. All right. Is it like an orange base?
Yep. Well, Mountain Dew's an orange base.
Really? Just in general? Oh, yeah, I've always thought it.
Yeah. It's like an orange soda with a little kick.
A mix for tequila? There you go, Bobby. I like that.
Orange soda with a kick, like almost like it's an orange soda.
Frank's.
Well, if it met like a ginger ale.
If it met life. I think it's an orange soda and Frank's Red Hot. I mean, that's what it. And I'm not saying that in a pejorative way. This tastes good as fuck. I like this a lot.
It's not really hot.
Now I'll tell you tomorrow, and it'll be hard to tell because I do a lot of things on Friday nights. But if this doesn't give me hot diarrhea, it'll be the greatest soda ever. If you can get kind of the spicy, like I've been eating hot wings, but I'm drinking a soda.
Yeah.
That's what.
We'll knock it over, Jesus.
Right into the microphone. I'm really impressed by that. I fully expected to be grossed out by this soda.
One of the better ones, actually.
It's one of the better
of the alternate flavors.
It's the right amount of burn. Man, if you've ever been, I'll tell you this. If you've ever been a cigarette smoker. You've never been a cigarette smoker, Steve?
I tried.
But you know when you have the perfect amount of like hot wings and you're not like folded over and screaming, but you get your mouth just kind of lit up a little bit. You feel a little something going on.
Thai food does that.
And if you're a smoker, when you feel that like burn and you're like, all right, imagine that, because always my perfect scenario is like it's that mouth is sort of on fire and you got a Budweiser to drink with a Marlboro Red cigarette. A Marlboro Red specifically with like a burning ass mouth. Oof. That's peanut butter and goddamn jelly right there, Steve.
What about a clove cigarette with a burning ass mouth?
What about it? What? That is fucking terrible. What are you talking about? I would accept a Lucky Strike, Pall Mall, or Pell Mell, or a Camel, like an original Camel filter or unfiltered. Winston, I would accept a Winston.
Was that just like a late 80s thing, the clove cigarette?
Mexican and Marlboro Red. Boom. That's a fucking, that's a shirt waiting to be made right there. That's good. That's a really good soda.
Yeah.
The commercial was...
I'd like to try a diet version of that.
Yeah, I think the whole idea of it is kind of memey, which led me to believe that this was going to be weird and like super hot or super limey or like untouchable, and then you're like, oh, I just wasted money and it tastes bad. But
it's a good soda.
Yeah, this actually, it reminds me of I told a story before when I used to, how I ended up drinking too much vodka at the time was I got into martinis, but the problem with martinis was I would hork slam them just like right off the bat. I can't just sit there.
A shooter?
I mean, it's hard. It's
I know.
it's literally that much.
It's
And
3.5 ounces.
I'm trying to sit there and be cool, talking to chicks. Yeah, I got a martini, and then I'd go, and I'm like, yeah,
Now I don't have a martini.
now I don't have a martini, and I just yeah.
I have a martini glass.
But the opposite of that is just as fucked because I'll drink it like it's hot ass coffee. So I'll swirl it around in the martini glass and then go, yeah, isn't that cool? Like it's hot coffee, and that's the only way I know how to keep from drinking it all at one time. I either hork slam something or I do
slurp it,
or slurp it,
like sucking wind off the top of it, and maybe some of it will go in your mouth.
I have to slow it down. That's what I'm saying. I have to slow it down. But anyway, I found this Cajun martini, which they use absolute pepper, which I've had was very good.
Yeah,
and also like crystal hot sauce and some other stuff. So it was a martini, but it was like drinking straight up hot sauce. So you really didn't have to like cup of coffee, like slurp the top because it was hot as fuck. But I only drank 2 martinis in 3 hours, rather than you just start pouring. I'll just take a vodka on the rocks. House vodka is fine. What is that, Aristocrat? Yeah. Tell you what, don't even put any ice in it. Just give me a double of Aristocrat, and the fattest bartender here. This message furnished by the National Football League. What were we doing?
we just finished, so to speak.
It was a good one too. It's one for the ages. I know I'm going to remember it personally.
At least for another 30 minutes.
Random. Beat Stylist says, "What is your favorite? Fever's favorite Zepp LP?" That's probably tough for Steve. Sort of tough for me.
It was 3, but I think it's Physical Graffiti now. But well, I say it was 3. But
Did you find those rotate? I think mine rotated a lot.
House of the Holy is pretty damn.
Really?
Yeah,
I would.
It's hard. It's hard.
I would go. I'd probably still go 1. I love the rawness of the first Zeppelin LP. It's got something that none of the other ones have. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's better than all the other ones, but it has something the other
cool
ones
thing about
don't have.
1 is it sounds like it was recorded on a mountaintop.
Yeah. Yes.
It has this sound.
There's something to that record.
It's so like.
He says Houses is his all day.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite song, I would say, is Achilles' Last Stand.
Yeah, that's up there.
So my immediate thought was that's my favorite record. But it's not, because the rest of the records, I mean, good.
Well,
but,
it's a John Paul. Jimmy couldn't get his shit together.
Yeah, but I'll take 1 or the Brown Bomber. Bobby likes Turkish tobacco and coffee. That's the other one. It's either like hot ass mouth or coffee and cigarettes is something you can't replicate that. If you've never been a smoker, you can't replicate that.
We don't smell it anymore, but usually in the mornings when we showed up at work, you could smell the Turkish tobacco coming from the RJ Reynolds plant.
Yeah, Bobby, we work in Winston-Salem, North
Carolina. Roll those Camel cigarettes.
as in Winston and Salem and Camel. So yeah, you could the whole town smelled like
so good.
Sweet ass tobacco curing. Oof. Yeah, I love tobacco.
But they moved it all out to Tobaccoville of all places.
As much as bad as cancer causes, and my family's felt that weight, but I love tobacco.
Oh yeah,
like everything
My
about
grandpa
it.
grew tobacco.
Like I like the plant.
It was pipe tobacco.
I like the way it tastes. I like smoking it. I like putting it in my mouth. I love tobacco. I love everything about it. What are we talking about? Tobacco.
Chip chat?
Is that hot? Are we doing a chip chat?
We should.
Are you gonna do the weird one? Are you doing weird stuff?
I'm doing a very not weird chip, but then we're gonna do something weird with it.
You're gonna finish it with that? We got a weird sub segment coming up.
I think so.
Okay.
No, we've never done a tip just a straight up Dorito. Like
this is breaking news.
Nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah,
right?
we searched the annals. We searched the annals of Grown Man Record Night because we have the chip sheet, courtesy of Sweet Tea, of like 800 plus bags of chips we've reviewed on the show in the past decade and a piece, and we have never done a like straight up original Doritos, ever.
I don't think so.
And I'm like, no, I was like, bullshit.
And these, for the most part, is straight up. But this is actually called roulette. So it's their nacho cheese chips, but they vary in level of heat apparently. So some are hot and some are not.
That's interesting.
So it's a little twist to the Dorito.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
You might get a nacho. You might get a flaming hot nacho. Maybe, I don't know.
Interesting, but there's no Cool Ranch. Is there Cool Ranch?
No,
in there? Nope. No Cool Ranch.
I don't think so.
Okay. So you're gonna do them solo. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to pull one.
Okay.
Because that's what it's all roulette. You know, it's like
one chip. The one chip challenge. Have we done that yet? We haven't done that yet. Mine's the original.
I think mine is too. Maybe they all are.
It's a jip. Can you say jip anymore?
It's good though.
Yeah, because we're fucking Doritos. What are we talking about? Led Zeppelin 1 was a monster when it came out. Still my favorite by those guys.
That one's got some spice to it.
Bobby saw him in early '69.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
Well, Jimmy was still wearing a sweater vest.
Yeah. That's about out. You gonna chase it with
Flaming hot Mountain Dew. That last one was hot.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Good. In case you didn't know, Doritos are good.
Yeah. We're fucking breaking down news.
Does it chip? I thought it was called Will It Chip.
Nope.
Does it chip? All right, so
are we doing it?
I think we ought to.
Okay. To finish out the show for this week, it's a new segment we've only done once before. We're trying to combine things with chips to see if it'll in fact chip. So, does it chip? So what are we talking about tonight?
Hold on. So I paid a visit to our good friend Sweet Tea.
The chip curator.
I took her some records, some duplicates, some stuff I had.
Record albums.
Little weather report, heavy weather, shit like that.
Good record.
Now, I think she felt guilty, so she went in the kitchen and gave me this can of lightly smoked salmon from Trader Joe's.
He gave you some what now? Lightly smoked salmon.
Farm raised, lightly smoked salmon from Trader Joe's.
Okay.
In a can. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe this would be a good segment for Will It Chip? Does it chip? Let's try this on a chip. And I thought, well, I don't want to try this on a plain chip.
That'd be kind of weird.
So I thought the Dorito would be a good.
Oh, so sticking with the same bag.
Yeah, let's just stick with the same bag. And
I forgot to do something, by the way.
What? What?
Dig of the week.
What?
All right. Okay.
What are we doing now?
No, we'll keep going.
Okay. So we're gonna try the lightly smoked salmon on a Dorito.
Okay. You can't open them here.
I can't open them here.
No.
I did bring some napkins.
I think it's gonna be Liquid City. I think that's a sink situation. No, that's what Trish was. She was so concerned. She said, it's going to taste bad. You guys are not going to like it. You're going to spill it all over your setup. And I'm like, well, we're not opening it over my desk because this is high dollar equipment. And I was like, of course we wouldn't do that. And Steve's like reaching for the top. Puke inducing? I don't know. I asked her if it was like I never had. You guys ever had smoked salmon before?
Like tuna. Like flaky.
That's what I thought. I asked her if it was like tuna, and she said no. It's more like salmon. But like,
No, look, it's flaky like tuna.
Okay.
Well, show the. Can you show that? I poured a lot of the liquid out.
And the other thing, she's like, your cats are gonna go crazy.
Oh, they're gonna go nuts.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be good. Let's try it.
Do we need some?
I mean, this is gonna be better than that dried fish we got from Ragnar.
Oh, bitterfisker. No way. I was gonna say you can't do that. You're gonna need like an implement. Go get a fork or something.
Like, where are your forks?
Oh, there we go.
I'm saying.
Actually, I've never had smoked salmon before.
Oh, Jesus. Good.
Smoked salmon on a Dorito. Does it chip? Let's find out.
Oh, yeah, it chips.
Mmm.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's less fishy than tuna.
Yeah, this
way less fishy than tuna.
This is a very palatable salmon fish.
Now, do we want to pull out? I got a can of sardines in there.
No.
You don't want any sardines?
Oh.
Do you guys fuck with sardines? I got some sardines and mustard sauce in there.
I'm spilling it.
Good. Not smoked salmon? Mmm. I mean, it's canned, but it's good though. You guys want to watch this?
I'm sure when she was at checkout, the folks were like, "Oh, you have made an excellent choice there."
Huh? Is that what they
That's
do?
that's what they're programmed to do.
I punched somebody in the mouth. They did that to me. I don't need no comments on my purchasing history. That's private. Hey, look, for you, some of you folks that don't normally watch us, so check this out. We're going to go back over to Twitch. TV. Flash Man. Record night. Go over to this website. We're going to go over here and stream some more music. We'll play some of these record albums we talked about tonight that we've never played before. And we'll keep chilling, vibing over there and hanging out and shit. So come over there. I think we've finished this portion of the program.
Yeah.
I had a good time tonight, Steve.
Yeah, me too.
I think everybody's had a good time.
See you, Aaron.
Heading to bed, Aaron Griffin. Damn it. Enjoy the Lover Boy? Yeah, oh, we will, dude. That's going to be first. I was going to play it first. After Take These Broken Wings. No, I'm not going to do that to you. Play some of the other records. I can just sing Mr. Mister in my head for the rest of my life. Appreciate all you guys. Sleep? Yeah. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us, spending a little time with us tonight. Hanging out, vibing out. I think we got Doctor and the Kid tomorrow night, another great live stream. So check those guys out if you're on the YouTube side of things.
I want to know what Merv's liquor cellar looks like.
It's shit. I figured it'd be empty all the time, but I don't think it is. It's always got liquor. I ain't got no liquor. I ain't got none. I ain't got none. Come over to Twitch.
Tell him your liquor idea.
Which one?
Don't give me money.
I'm gonna give Steve money to buy liquor, and he's gonna take it, but he's got to take it home with him. So I just don't just sit over here.
But bring it back on Fridays.
Then bring it back on Fridays, because if not, I'm in trouble about it. That's what the county of Guilford says. That's probably the smartest move for me.
Open container.
Oh yeah, no.